But I just finished getting everyone back. While searching for his friends, Doug is finally reunited with Serena. She leads the party to Arborea, where they learn that Veronica did not survive the fall of Yggdrasil. She sacrificed herself in order to protect her companions from the catastrophe brought by Mordegon's rebirth. A solemn ceremony is held in her memory, and as the people of Arborea mourn, Benedictus tells the party of Cetacea, the holy creature who once soared through the clouds with Urdwin upon her back, and pledges to find some means by which she might be summoned. The party retire to the inn to await the results of his investigation, but Doug finds himself unable to sleep. Stepping outside, he soon finds Serena strumming her harp. She tells of her sadness at never having been able to match her sister's strength and resolve, but vows to find her own way forward now that she's gone. With that, she cuts her hair and bids Veronica a final fond farewell. As if in response, energy flows from Veronica's staff, imbuing her with all her sister's power. Welcome back, Doug. Just out a peaceful respite. May the mighty force of benevolence watch over and protect this poor child. Yeah, we're too late, buddy. Veronica will not be coming back, but why? I want to see her again. Well, Veronica, Mother says that all the other people who've gone away won't be coming back either. You'll come back, won't you, Luminary? Won't you? Oh, so I only hit the first. There's gonna be more, great. But they're gonna be happy ones. I have so decreed it right now that the rest of the story twists will be happy. I know, Drac. The world tree is fallen and we have naught to turn for spiritual succor. There's no home in Arborea that's not been touched by grief. But so long as we have our lives, we must endure. The hopes and dreams of the dearly departed rest upon our shoulders now. Oh, interesting. Decide to set out with the Luminary once more, Serena? Even though you know how your father and I fear for your safety? Sorry, Mother. I don't mean to make you and Father worry, but I must fulfill my duty. Do not apologize, my dear. You must do what you believe is right. Even when you were a little girl, you always made sure to finish whatever you began. Your sister teased you for being absent-minded, but in truth, We're simply focused on the task at hand. But please, promise me that you will come back to us. You must, of course, do your duty and protect the Luminary, but do not neglect to keep yourself safe, do you hear? Yes, Mother, I promise. We won't lose anyone else. I won't allow it.
Luminary, I thank the heavens that you are still with us. So long as you are alive, hope lives also. Pray, go forth, defeat the hated Lord of Shadows, restore peace to this ruined realm. That's what our little angel would have wanted. I should not have had that ceremonial cup of wine after the service last night. I feel so sick, I can hardly stand. Oh, but Veronica say if she can see me now. Oh, what an ignominious wretch I am.
The Ascension. After triumphing over the Dark One and restoring peace to Erdrea, the Luminary ascended to the heavens to watch us forevermore. This isn't as connected as I thought it was.
My Serena suddenly does look very different with short hair. What does she remind me of? Oh yes, she looks just like the portrait of the holy sage Serenica in my old school book, though it is not so much the hair as the demeanor.
Good morning, Doug. Father Benedictus passed through here this morning on his way to the top of the mountain. He said that you were to join him there, and that I should allow you to pass. I know not what he wishes to tell you, but please, go to him with my blessing.
Dark over here.
Luminary Landing, an interesting place. Interesting name, I should say.
Perfect timing, Mr. Luminary. I just found a password not 2 seconds before you appeared. It was to show that even a timid talker like me can be of use. Now allow me to share it with you.
I should really think about going back to Tickington. I haven't in a while.
Ah, there you are. So glad you could finally join us. Yggdrasil blessed me with another vision in the night. I saw Veronica standing upon this very ledge. It is known as Luminary's Landing. When Erdwin descended from the heavens after facing the Dark One, this is where he alighted.
Okay. Your vision couldn't have seen Veronica. She's dead.
And this is the Calamus flute. In my dream, Veronica played upon it.
Oh, the flute she always carried.
It once belonged to the great sage Serenica. She left it in Arborea on her final visit, the day after the Dark One finally fell. I gave it to Veronica as a memento of her heroic ancestor. And yet, when I awoke this morning, there it was, upon my pillow. It is a sign. The flute will reveal the path you must tread. Serena, my child, if you would be so kind.
Of course. I think I must be doing it wrong. But if Veronica was playing it in Father Benedictus's vision, it must be the key. Can you try, perhaps?
Uses me? What musical ability do you think I have?
The mark! It's glowing!
Oh, that musical ability. What? Excuse me?
What the?
A fishing rod? I fear it is I who am seeing visions.
You got a bite! Oh, go on, darling. Reel it in.
This is so silly.
A flying fish? No, that's a whale!
So it was as I suspected. It was upon her back that you rode in my dream. The sacred conveyance of the luminary, Cetacea. It seems that she heeds the call of the flute. You must play it whenever you require her aid.
Play it. We play it. Benedictus, did you even watch what we were doing?
Go, luminary, and seek out the floating island. It is the World Tree's will. Whatever awaits you there will surely aid you in the fight against the Lord of Shadows. Do not let Veronica's sacrifice be in vain. Now, play.
Not creepy at all. Just don't shake the boat. You don't exactly have any arm rails. Guardrails. Sparkly. Well, there's the flying island. Wait, is that the same flying island? No. Excuse me, how is that? How does that work? Land here, we don't even know where here is. There are a bunch of tockles here, though. Like, a lot of tockles. Good godly gear. Something else I should do. Make some more equipment. Let's check and see if there's anything I can make that would be better. Tockles. Tockles. That's what these little ghost things are called. Oh, you want to see tails, huh? Okay, here you go. What do you think, Nero? Like tails? Yeah. Yeah. I like tails. Fluffy and cute, I agree. Run and turn it around because of the way this does things. I just push Hendrik into the river. Hi, Nero. Old Nuglet. I can't hit it again. I forgot to use Sizzly Puff. Hey Nero, thank you for teaming that. Really do you like to say ara ara? Or rather, ara ara? Because it's so much fun. Unfortunately, people rarely redeem it. You'll save all their points for making me big instead. All their points, all their fur. So you can say ara ara? I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that, I mean, I meant big in size, but yes, I'm a big bratty kitsune also. I mean, also tempted to do Princess Laugh, but that's just inconvenient because of where I live. I can't really do it correctly. I can't give it the proper tone that it needs. So, Nero, the next time I'm on call with you, I should ask for an ara ara from you. Oh yes, the voice that you've talked about. I remember. Yeah, noble woman laugh. That's what I mean. The oh ho 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 kind of laugh. But I just can't give it the right volume and cadence that I feel it deserves. Oh well. There's a big hole in the side. That's alright. It's just armor. Not like people need to be protected by it. Because you put the idea in my head, Nero. I need 3 love potions for this. I don't know where to get them now. Yes, I need everything. What, Neryl, are you gonna try to put another idea in my head? This also needs 3 love potions. What the heck? No! Oh, it could have been perfect. Might work, Neryl. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's definitely not what I need. Mmm, jerky, yes. Jerky's yummy. Ah, Drac, I'm sorry to hear. Oh, it was my favorite. It's a tough choice between the gochujang and the chili lime. This adds to magical might, though. Oh, this does too. Alright. Yeah, but we don't that much. I guess it is time to finally let it go. If dagger is pretty strong after all. Alright. Now, time to go to the Cathedral de Notre Maître de Médaille at night. Check up on that ghost. I can remember how to get there. Well, there are monsters. They haven't all cleared out. Oh gosh.
Excellent.
Feels so somber. Sober. Hello again, mon cher. Did you have any luck in finding Lillian and giving her the diploma? Well, you see, she didn't make it. But I did pass it on to the granddaughter, who wants to come in the future. Oh, is that so? I was too late then. I remember the people of Zordrust were scattered far and wide after the kingdom fell. Many could not find the strength to carry on. But Lilian was always Dira Curie, I say, a real tough cookie. She did what she had to do to make sure her family pulled through. Merci, mon cher. Thank you for delivering the diploma. Now I can finally retire sans regret. Here, I want you to take this. It is only a petit chose, a little thing. But I hope that it helps you on your way. Here, that glitters. Shiny dresses. And tuxedos. could see me. Yay! It's nice to have someone to talk to at last. I'm Rose. Or at least I was. I died when I was 10 years old. Now I'm just a ghost. Oh, but don't worry. I'm not a scary ghost. I wouldn't say boo to a goose. Truth is, I don't really want to haunt this place. I'd like to go to Yggdrasil and be with my mummy and daddy, but I'm stuck here until my final wish comes true. And now you've appeared? You can see me and everything. Must have been Yggdrasil's will that brought you here. Would you be able to make my final wish come true, so I can finally be free? You'll do that for me, won't you? Please be a sane wish. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. All right, then I better tell you about my wish. My deepest, most heartfelt wish is to find the treasure left behind by l'Academie's most prolific metal hunter ever, Maxi von Blum. I don't know what this treasure is, but apparently it glitters like the setting sun on ocean waves, and it's more precious than the purest gold. She's said to have taken it with her to her grave, which is supposed to be somewhere in Swardras, but I was never able to find it. Please, you have to find Maxi's treasure and bring it to me so I can leave this world at last. The only place I can think of would be that grave in Zwardrus that wasn't able to enter. Young traveler, consular. Are you fancy testing your puzzle-solving skills in a royal riddling spectacular? Ooh, for many medals, yay, okay. You're a first-rate creation, traveler, a good sport. Now let the games begin. Riddle me this, what sort of single-handed sword sounds like you should pilfer it? If you think you know the answer, equip it and come and show me. What kind of single-handed sword looks like you should pilfer it? A bandit blade? You want a hard one, so I'll give you a clue. What do you think the sword would say if you wanted to pilfer it? Snatch me? Pinch me? Steal me? Oh dear, I think I've presented the pastime. I've given the game away. If you've worked out what the answer is, equip it and come and show me. Oh, steal me. You get the answer, do you? Let's see. That's it. You've exercised the answer, traveler. You've worked it out. The single-handed sword that sounds like you should pilfer it is a steel broadsword. Get it? Steel broadsword, steel broadsword. Not bad, but the game's not over yet. I've got another perplexing problem for you. This one's like a short-tempered cactoball. Particularly prickly. Alright, here we go. Riddle me this. What sort of weapon sounds like it's made to frustrate something that's flagging? You think you know the answer? Equip it and come and show me. Frustrate something that's flagging. Okay, I guess I need that hint. It's a tricky one, even for a cranium container, a brain box like you. I'll give you a clue. Whatever this weapon is, it frustrates things that are flagging. It diffuses damp squibs, declines defeat, it boils fizz. Oops, I think I freed the feline. Let the cat out the bag. You think you know the answer, then equip it and come and show it to me. Is there a fire sword? Uses damp squibs. Declines defeat. Not the platinum power sword. Cast iron claymore. Frustrates things that are flagging. Diffuses damp squibs. Declines defeat. Foils fizz. Something. I don't know, either I don't have it, or it's not a weapon I equip on Doug. I don't know, none of these weapons really seem to fit. At least not to my silly brain. That's right, you needed that perfume. Hey! I don't think your fourth page exists, man. Alright, back to Tickington. It's been a while. I'm just gonna have to go everywhere, just check. Because I know I've been to this one, but... Oh. You've journeyed here in search of a cure. By your description of the symptoms, it does indeed seem like the fuddle drops might be the answer. Please take this, it should be more than enough to cure the people of the town you speak of. Yeah. Yeah, Chateau Felix, which seems like I can't do anything here. Oh, wait, something's going on. Ah! Oh, there's a good kitty. It's a catastrophe. I don't mean to be a scaredy cat, but you gotta help me, please. Thank you. If just get to shoot, I'd be eternally grateful. Is it just me, or does it seem like the music has suddenly dipped to nothing? know you big time. I was within a whisker of getting mauled there. I seem to be catnip to that thing. Lately he keeps coming around and growling at me, terrified that one day he's gonna pounce. Normally I can get a cat purring in no time, but he's completely feral. He's got all the other kitties terrified. If someone doesn't do something soon, worried they'll all run away. So enough pussyfooting around. You look like you know a thing or two. Wonder if you might be able to bring me something that might help tame that savage beast? What do you say? Thank you, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I don't believe I've introduced myself properly. My name's Tom. I serve Master Felix, the owner of this house. As you can probably guess, I have a real fondness for felines of all descriptions. And when the cat hasn't got my tongue, I can even talk their language. When that wildcat slinked off, he muttered someone's name under his breath. Bianca, was it? Anyway, maybe that might help you in your quest for the thing that will tame him. Well, Bianca's in Dragon Quest V. Well, I will get around to that. Remember clearing out the rainbow mines. It's rare indeed for us to have visitors. I'm only sorry that we cannot give you a proper room or welcome. It's a difficult time, you see. Lala, a most gifted dancer, then struck down by a grave illness. All we can do is offer up our prayers and our most sacred ritual dance. Kiefer's the best. He's our guardian. His job is to protect Lala. She's our sacred dancer. When he left, he said he was going to find a way to cure her. The guardian of the Roma would never break a promise. He said he'd help her, and he will. Lala dances for all our most sacred rites. We cannot afford to let anything happen to her. That's why we are performing a dance of our own. We're trying to encourage the Almighty to intervene and restore her to health. Dancing my heart out, but it's no good. Poor Lala is as sick as ever. I suppose I am just not graceful enough. Perhaps only those with her talent have what it takes to get the Almighty to sit up and take notice. I'm not dancing for fun, no, I am performing a most sacred ritual, calling out to the Almighty to cure Lala. I really hope it works. Before Kiefer set off, he vowed that he would save his wife's life. He always seems so cheerful and carefree. Something of a shock to see him looking so serious. Kiefer and Lala really were meant for each other. They've been inseparable since they married. It's just such a tragedy that this had to happen. Truly, the Almighty moves in mysterious ways. See, you got clay pots. There's your problem. Greetings, Gasho. My name is Rombero, and I'm the leader of the Rover clan. On behalf of all my people, I bid you welcome. In the normal order of things, we would eat, drink, and make merry to celebrate the appearance of guests in our midst. However, I am sorry to say that you have chosen an inopportune moment to appear. The sad truth is that young Lala, who dances for all of us, all our rites and festivities, was attacked by a monster, and has been struck down by a terrible and mysterious malady. We have done all we can to try to cure her. Herbal remedies, prayers, ritual dances, but nothing has worked, and she continues to suffer terribly. As a last resort, Lala's husband Kiefer has set off in search of a rare gem that is said to have the power to cure all ailments. However, he has not yet returned. We were expecting him to be home by now, and I confess to being a little concerned. The lad is a brave warrior who can hold his own against any foe, but could some misfortune perhaps have befallen him? Please understand that I do not make a habit of asking strangers for assistance. It seems to me that Providence has brought us to you. I ask you humbly to help us in our hour of need. Will you search for Kiefer and aid him in his quest to find the precious healing gem? Sure. Marvelous. Thank you, kind stranger. Thank you. Now, Kiefer said he was heading to the mine, where those precious gems are to be found. Gems are known as rainbow rocks, and as that melodious name might suggest, they come in a range of colours, but Kiefer was very specific about the hue he wanted, green. All we can do now is pray that you succeed. On behalf of my people, I beseech you, find Kiefer, get that green gem, and save Lala's life. Well, I guess I am going back to the Rainbow Mines. I mean, now that everything's not a bomb, should be fine. Thinking of heading in there, keep your wits about me. There's many who go in, but not so many who make it out. Sure, this chap with the shock of blonde hair is just after going in there with a determined look in his face. He said something about looking for a green gem, but it's been a fair while now. Can't help worrying that something untoward has happened. Ooh, it's a rarefied enemy. If only it had a quest for it. Booligan. I feel kind of sad. I feel bad about it. Evo. Evo. Out of the way, crystals. I played Dragon Quest VII, and these puzzles are basically identical, so I don't know why I'm having trouble. Ooh, Very Devil. Hmm. Ara ara nero. Ara ara. Everyone should have a nice ara ara in their life, one time or another. Help! Help! Can't anyone hear me? I'm in a bit of trouble here. I need help getting out. Aoife, what have you done to yourself? I cheese it by going around short way. Thanks, I owe you one. Been to this mine before, so I thought it would be a doddle getting through it, but I ended up in a bit of a jam. Just taking a closer look at the rainbow rocks, and I tried giving one of them a shove. Must have triggered something, because before I knew it, I was trapped. I'm just glad you came along when you did. What are you doing all the way down here anyway? What's that? Rombero asked you to come and search for someone called Kafer. Well, you've found your man. I'm him. Suppose I have been gone a while. Everyone must be worried. Well, I appreciate you coming and looking for me. And everything's worked out too. I found what I was looking for. This green gem here will fix Lala up in no time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I can't keep my wife waiting a second longer. You're not going anywhere. Ah, where'd you come from? Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but I've got places to be, so if you wouldn't mind budging your big backside. Big backside? Did no one teach you manners, boy? I am Obstructicus. My master ordered me to stymie, to block, and to impede all who dare come here. Yet now you attempt to turn the tables to prevent me from discharging my duties. This is unforgivable. Enough is enough. You are supremely annoying. You must pay the price. This is just what I need. Normally, I'd be more than happy to take on this big lunk, but I'm afraid I'm a bit lacking in the weaponry department right now. You are pathetic. Perhaps your companions will offer more of a challenge. Well, you heard the man. Sorry to do this, but I'm gonna have to leave this one to you. Good luck and all that. Ow. Coming in here was a cakewalk, and then this thing is distressingly strong. Ooh. Eating Obstructicus appears to have restored the rainbow rocks to their original color. You're tougher than you look. I'm impressed. In fact, you remind me of an old friend of mine. But this isn't the time for a trip down memory lane. I have to get back to Lala right away. I owe you one. You really got me out of a jam. Head back to the Roamer encampment, and I'm sure they'll find a nice reward for you. I'd love to do. Can I just, like... Okay, good. Didn't want to have to walk out. Bum. Yippee, hooray, I knew it. I knew that Kaifa could do it. You told me that you gave him a little help beating that big bad monster. You're the best. Not sure I've ever seen Kaifa look so happy. Well, it is no wonder. His beloved wife is her old self once more. Ever since Kaifa and Lala first set their eyes on each other, it was clear that they were meant to be together. I hope that they can put this horrible business behind them and enjoy many more years of health and happiness. Truly, Lala is the greatest dancer of us all. Her grace, her beauty, none can compare. As dancers, we cannot hold a candle to Lala, but it seems the Almighty answered our prayers nonetheless. It's just such a relief to see her dancing once again. I understand that you came to Kaifa's aid. If it wasn't for you, Lala might never have been restored to health. Your kindness means she will live to dance another day. I'm overjoyed that Lala has been restored to health. Even my Torben is happy. Ah, there you are. It's good to see you. Happy to report that my dear wife is back to her old self and dancing like an angel once again. She's very important to the roamers, you see. The dance she does allows them to maintain a sacred bond with the Almighty. Or something like that. My job is to protect her. It was touch and go there for a while, but everything worked out in the end. We owe it all to you. Nerl, you just enjoy having me say that I'm a big bratty kitsune. Because you like to say it all the time, and you just want me to agree with you. I mean, it's true, but that doesn't mean I have to say it all the time. Greetings, noble casual. My husband told me that all that you did for him, and for me, I owe you my life. I hope it did not cause you any trouble, dear as he is to me. I am not unaware of his faults. When he is focused on something, he can sometimes fail to take full account of others. In any case, you rescued him, and I am forever grateful to you. Know that you are always welcome here. I'm forever indebted to you, most honourable Gajo. Thanks to you, Kaifa made it back with the green gem he sought. The gem is powerful indeed, and no sooner did you bring it to Lala than she leapt from her sickbed brimming with energy. On behalf of all roamers, I would like to thank you for what you've done. Please accept this humble offering. Ah yes, there is one more thing, curious though it is to relate. Seems there's some kind of inscription on the green gem that Kiefer brought back. I'm afraid I do not have the faintest clue what it might mean, but I wanted to share it with you. Okay. Did I just get a password for finishing this? Apparently so. Not sure what Ron Barrow is thinking when he suggests we master the air torben. Doesn't feel like something a grown-up should be doing, but I better not complain. Dun 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 dun. Air torben. Ah, it's so nice to see you again. You spoke with Lala and Kiefer yet? I think you should. People have been suffering one setback after another recently. I think they'd appreciate having someone outside the clan to talk to. If it were just regular torben strings that had been cut, we could find a way to repair them, but the torben of truth is a different matter. It's a sacred instrument that's handed down through the generations. It's the only torben that can be used to awaken the Almighty. I remember well the young adventurer who restored it to our people, and now after all the effort he went to, some vandal has gone and cut the strings. It's unthinkable. It's because of these clay pots. You keep remaking them. We spent our lives listening to the sound of the torben. Now, even without it, I can still somehow feel its melodies and rhythms reverberating within me. In fact, a little dram of our sacred drink, the water of life we call the spirit of the dance. Sure, I could dance up a storm. Cha-cha-john, cha-cha-john. It's the most sacred ceremony of the Romer people, where the music of the torben and the rhythm of our dances intertwine to form a prayer to the Almighty. That's the idea, anyway. Some terrible individual sliced through all our torben strings, and now we're reduced to pretending to play. It's not the most dignified display, but what choice do we have? Sit back and enjoy the world's first air torben concert. Ja-ja-john! You know, when they first suggested they sing the torben pots while I danced, I thought they'd lost their minds. That's actually not so bad. I still feel the rhythm of the music flowing through me, even if it's not quite the real thing. It's like my feet have a mind of their own. I still can't believe it. Someone sneaked in our camp and cut all the torben strings. Don't do a thing like that. Not fair. I want to be a torben player when I grew up. Practicing since I was tiny, but now I'll never get my big chance. Ah, how marvelous to see you again. As you will have noticed, things have changed somewhat since last we met. Allow me to explain. Since time immemorial, my people have travelled the world and used our most sacred music and dance to pray for the restoration of the Almighty. You have joined us right in the middle of one such ceremony, but this one is a little unusual. The exquisite tones of the torben have always been an essential part of our rituals, but tragedy has struck. All the strings of our sacred instruments have been cut by some heartless fiend. In desperation, we have been reduced to what one might call the air torben, mimicking the parts that would normally be played on the torben, and hoping that the Almighty can forgive us. But in truth, we know that this will not do, for we will soon attempt our most sacred ceremony, the restoration of the Almighty. For that, we must dance to the music of the most sacred torben of truth. Restoring the Almighty is the most sacred duty of our people, but to attempt this using a torben with no strings, why, it would be doomed to failure, and would only bring shame to our ancestors. This is why I must humbly ask for your assistance yet again. Will you help us repair the torben of truth, so that we may fulfill our sacred duty? Sure. I have no idea how to do it, but I will help. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You are truly the savior of our people. Now, let me tell you how the strings of the Turban of Truth may be replaced. There's a very rare item known as the Golden Mane. We can acquire one, we might be able to repair the Turban of Truth. According to the ancient stories of our people, it can be obtained from the great hounds who guard a tower where flying horses dwell. I know this may all sound like nonsense, but if you ever do come across such a place, please do your best to bring us the item we need. We will all be eternally grateful. I'm gonna go visit a pillar dedicated to the holiest of horses. Seen a fair bit of the world, but I've never heard of a tower filled with flying horses. I know this isn't going to be easy, but please do what you can. Without that golden mane, the Romans won't be able to complete their sacred mission. I don't mean to pressure you, but we're counting on you, all of us. I'm sure the flying horse was Dragon Quest IV. Welcome just in time for my big performance. Cha-chang, cha-cha-chang. We can't get a note out of the Turbans, you see, so we've had to take another approach. Fingers crossed, my dulcet tones will please the Almighty. Cha-cha-chang, cha-cha-long-chong-chong. I would say singers, they are not. I'll trade Zabby or I fix the bunny stuff. Revival. Fixed some other stuff. Fixed the classes they could, the races they could resurrect as. Various books that can change the reader's personality. Doug acquires guns and buns. Wait for the right moment to put it to use. I was supposed to head straight home after I'd finished helping get things ready for the wedding, but I can't go back to the village looking like this. So, lad, you're Doug, aren't you? I'm Rodrigo Briscoletti, the owner of this house. I don't suppose you could spare me a minute, could you? The thing is, you see, there's a big wedding meant to be taking place in town tomorrow. We're all busy preparing for it. The groom's gone off to get official permission to wed. The plan is to get everything ready before he gets back. But now some awful monsters appeared and put a curse on everyone in my household, so they all look just like me. No one's going to want to celebrate until this is sorted out. I have a theory as to why this might have happened. You see, my grandfather Rodolfo was famous for sending troublesome monsters away where they couldn't hurt people. I think one of them must have managed to break free and has come back to wreak havoc on the descendants of the man who imprisoned them. Per favore, lad, you must find this creature and defeat it, otherwise the groom-to-be will end up marrying someone with my ugly mug. Grazie mille, lad. You have the heart of a true hero. Which is lucky, because I don't think defeating this monster will be easy. For one thing, it ran away as soon as it had finished cursing us. I haven't the foggiest where it went. Someone did say they heard it muttering to itself, though. Perhaps it unwittingly let slip a word or two about its intentions? Can't remember who it was, but it won't take long for a resourceful lad like you to interrogate everyone in the house and find out, I'm sure. And don't worry, once you've learned the monster's whereabouts, I'll be along to help you with the fighting. Can't leave all the hard work to the young ragazzi, eh? Uh-huh. This is just the worst. All the people I turn into, I turned on Papa. None of my clothes fit or anything. I love Papa very much, of course, but not quite enough to want to look like him, especially with this wedding coming up. I heard that monster muttering something to itself as it scarpered. Something about reinventing itself, heading to some abbey or other to start a new life. It didn't make much sense to me, but then monsters never do. You're going after the horrible creature, aren't you? I'll be careful. Yes, I'm going after the monster. Sounds like it went to All Trades Abbey. I wish I could teleport a little faster. Hey, friendo. Oh, I'm being an ape trying to decide what vacation to try out. I think I finally decided. Would you be a lovely young lady? It's not a vocation, buddy. It's not a job to be a lady. Oh, what are you doing monkeying around here? What's that? The Briscoletti ape sent you after me? Oh, struggling with that curse I placed on them, are they? Oh, well, I don't give a monkeys. They should try being sealed away for centuries like I was. Now that I'm finally out, I'm gonna go bananas. I have to make the most of every moment, and no one's gonna stop me. Are you sure you want to get in my way? No, not really. I'll be a monkey jump? Who thought you were all talk and no action? Well, clear off, I've got a new life to be getting on with. Really? Oh, well, if that's how you want it, that's how you'll get it. Time for some guerrilla warfare. A Pilferpithecus. Woot woot. Oh, Eric. Yeah, go Hendrik. Oh, all those years of waiting, I finally get let out, only to get given the hiding of a lifetime. So much for enjoying my freedom. Woot woot. Alright, we're back. And I believe this is where Bianca lives, too. It's all three of them. Fine work, lad. You beat the beast before I even had the chance to join you. Now we can proceed with the final preparations for tomorrow's wedding. Grazie, Billy Doug. The wedding we are preparing for is no ordinary one. It's not every day that the Zenithian shield finds itself with a new owner, after all. I'd be delighted if you could join us, of course, but I know you have your own adventure to be getting on with. Good luck, lad. Buon viaggio. There you are, lad. I actually have another favour to ask you, if you don't mind. As you know, the man who will be married will be returning soon, and he actually hasn't proposed to his bride-to-be yet. I'd hate for this important moment to go wrong, so I'd like to do everything I can to make sure we're properly prepared. As such, I was hoping to hold a little rehearsal. I was wondering if you and your friends would be willing to help. Okay. You would? Ah, grazie mille, my boy. I knew I could count on you. Doug, you will play the part of the groom. Capiche? Simply approach one of your friends and make your proposal. That's all there is to it. I'll reward you for your trouble, of course. Now shall we get started? Doug, the floor is yours. Go ahead and select your blushing bride-to-be. My blushing bride-to-be, huh? Come here, Eric. You've been with me since the beginning, Eric. Will you marry me? You sure about this, Doug? You want me to play the bride? Really? Wow, I wasn't expecting this. I mean, sure, we get along well enough, and we've had a lot of fun together, but do you really think I'm the best choice for something like this? Yes, Eric, come on. It's just for practice. Oh, what the heck, you only live once, right? Let's make our legendary bond official! Here's to a whole new adventure. Hmm? Oh, yeah, sure, I know it's just rehearsal, but what's the point if you don't pretend like it's the real thing, right? Besides, I meant what I said. We do have a legendary bond. Someone out there for you too, Doug. When you find him, make sure you take good care of him, alright? He's dead already! Veronica died! I wonder where he's got to. What's that? Who am I looking for? Oh, an old pal, a great saber cat to be precise. Me and my best friend have known him since he was a cub. I lost him on the way here. Not that I'm worried. My mate who's trained him practically a professional monster wrangler. Still, I'd help but wondering if he's okay. I don't suppose you've seen any saber cats on your travels, have you? Why, in fact, I have. What's that? You saw a great saber cat in the rampage at Chateau Felix? That doesn't really sound like him. Mind you, he did go a bit feral after he was separated from my mate for a while. He even attacked him when he found him again, the blimmin' rotter. It was only the scent of me ribbon that brought him back to his senses. Hey, I know, maybe the same trick will work again. Let the saber cat you found have a look, and a sniff. That's ribbon. If it's him, we'll be all calm again in no time. Why, thank you. Thank you for all your help. You've been ever so kind. I wish you all the very best on your travels. Speaking of keeping people waiting, where is that useless boy? I'll have to have a word with him when he finally shaves his face. Thank you very much for getting rid of that curse. I'm starting to wonder what I'd do if I had to look like that forever. I mean, you couldn't have Mr. Briscoletti waiting on Mr. Briscoletti, could you? That'd just be confusing. And it's settled I am the man who has the courage to be decisive. Oh, as a reward for all your help, I will allow you to open one of the treasure chests behind me and take whatever you find inside. Do let me know if you have time to help us with another rehearsal, won't you? Goodness knows we could all do with the practice. Been an enormous help, lad. Thanks to you, I'll be able to face the big event without worrying about fluffing my lines. Right or left? When I inspected them, the right one said it surely has something valuable inside, and the left one said it's just locked. But I don't know. I don't know which one I want. Let's just take the right one. Or not. Oh, Doug, come to help out with the rehearsals again, have you? Great, then let's get started. Presto! Wow, I can do this with everyone? It's tempting. Well, I mean, except for Raven. And him. And Doug, you need to make a decision. Yeah, you, Mr. Briscoe lady waiting. It's... Hold on, you're not asking me to be the bride, are you? What? You're joking, surely. You can't seriously be picking me? I mean, I'm basically your oldest sister. Is that really who you want as your bride? Oh, that is what you want. Well, alright. I suppose, I mean, it's your choice, and well, I can't really say no. Oh wait, it's just rehearsal anyway, right? Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. It's not as if you'd want me to be here for your wife in real life or anything, is it? Could you even imagine? I pick one of them. Oh, hurry up, will you? I hate waiting. Just pick someone and let's get this over with. It's funny. Aha! Can't wait to see who you end up picking. Now the rehearsals are over, it's nearly time for the main event. I'm rather nervous, I must admit. Oh gosh, you want me to be your bride, Doc? No. You do? Really? Goodness, this is wonderful. I could jump for joy. I always did enjoy reading about romantic proposals and big weddings when I was a little girl. That's happening to me. Absolutely sure about this, aren't you? Wonderful. You know, now that I think about it, you do look like the hero of one of my stories. Strong and handsome, with a heart of gold. I'm sure I'm entirely worthy of such a husband. I'll do my best. I mean, mustn't get carried away, of course. It's just rehearsal, after all. It's so much more fun when you take these things seriously, don't you think? Thank you, Doug. I've dreamed of this day since I was a little girl. Now it's all coming true. And save Sylvando for the last. Must be the best one. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that, darling? Wait, are you saying you want me to be the blushing bride? Oh, goody. I was hoping you'd pick me, but I didn't think it would actually happen. Before I get too carried away, though, I'd better check. Because heaven knows I've been burnt before. You do actually mean it, don't you, honey? Fabulous. This is going to be the performance of a lifetime. I'll have the entire congregation in tears. Just you wait and see. We're going to be so happy together. We have happiness to spare, happiness to share with all the world. Oh, honey, of course I know it's just rehearsal. But every performer knows that the secret to a successful practice run is to treat it just like it's the real thing. So let's get out there and give those people a show to remember. Handkerchiefs at the ready, everyone. Ah, that was funny. Alright. Rose's room. Oh yeah, Rose's room. Sir Rose Guardian, stop it, please. Help us, please. Must destroy everything. Oh, great. My healer's fizzled. figured Sylvando would have healed. At least. Fine. I don't believe it. The Flute of Revelation has been destroyed. Does this mean I won't be able to see my sorrow anymore? Why would anyone do such a thing? Who would be cruel enough to possess Server's garden and set him on us like this?
Thank you very much for rescuing us. You're a good person. You mustn't blame Sir Rose Garden for attacking us, though. Some horrible monster. It's been Rose's staunchest defender since Slime Memorial. I don't know what happened to him, but he just changed completely all of a sudden. Started attacking us like he was possessed or something. It was so surprising. The next thing we knew, he'd smashed up Rose's beloved Fruit of Revelation. Now it's completely useless. It's what her boyfriend Zara uses to get into this room. Without it, they won't be able to see each other. It's a tragedy, don't you think? Rose and Zara are so great together. That's why I decided to make a new Flute of Revelation and give it to Rose as a present. Hey, I don't suppose you'd be able to help, would you? Sure. Really? That's great! Now, what I need you to do is bring me the wood I'll be using. My grandmother once told me that you can't use just any old wood to make something like the Fruit of Revelation. You'll need some timber from a very special tree indeed. It's called the Revela tree, and it grows in a forest where fairies live. You go and fetch some for me. Once you brought it to me, I'll be able to make the flute in no slime. Oh, and don't worry about Rose and Sir Rose Garden. I'm going to stick to them like glue and make sure nothing else bad happens. I think the fairy thing was 2. I seem to be back to my old self. You have my thanks, kind sir. Alas, I have very little recollection of what happened to me, but I do recall a voice in my head urging me to destroy everything, but that is all. Still, whether it was my own volition or not is beside the point. I had a duty to protect Rose, and instead I turned my sword upon her. What's more, I've destroyed the precious Flute of Revelation, the only means by which she and Sorrow could be reunited. I have thoroughly disgraced myself. I must gather my meager possessions and leave the tower immediately. No, you need to stay here. It's very important for history and such. Yes. Rest up a bit, recover from that nasty battle. Two. Alright, or did I misremember? I have misremembered. The Neverglade. Just the only one. The only one! Oh, looking for a magical tree that grows in the forest where the fairies live? I'm not so sure about the tree itself. I know where you can find a branch for it. Local Silvapithecus that uses it to practice its fencing skills. I suppose you'll have to fight it to get the thing off it there. Good luck. Hello. Yes. Lovely, weird forests. So, where is said Silvapithecus? Well, there's one. Yes, good luck. It was so tough. So tough. I don't know what I could have done. Did you? Did you get a special wood I need to ooze for the fruit? There you go. Oh, this is great. I can feel the magic just oozing out of it. Thanks so much. I'm going to start working on the new Fruit of Revelation right away. Can't wait to show Rose in Sir Rose Garden. Oh, and here's a little something for your trouble. You got us out of a sticky situation there. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Rose and Sir Rose Garden were absolutely delighted when I surprised them with the new Fruit of Revelation. Thank you so much for all your help. You really are a good person. Come back and say hello next time you're in the area. Thank you so much. Now I'll be able to meet my beloved Pissarro once again. The thought of seeing his face. Y'all, I'm emotional. Oh, right. She's in this tower because her tears are jewels. All new Fruit of Revelation, I can scarcely believe it. Thank you, good sir, for all you have done. The burden of guilt which weighed heavily on my heart has been lifted. Hereby vow, with renewed vigor, to do my utmost to protect Rose from those who seek to harm her. I mean, yes. How am I gonna... I think I need her tears for something, but I'm not sure. Let's see, this is where I need the befuddle drops, right? Ah, there you are. Now, would I be right in thinking that you managed to get a hold of some befuddle drops? Oh, how wonderful you did it! You really did it! Well, there's no time to lose. I need to find out if everyone really opposes my marriage, or if they're just cursed. Halt! Everything is going so well that you had to interfere, didn't you? Use those drops, you'll undo the curse I wrought so lovingly. I tried to play nice and get the townspeople to say a few nasty things so you'd call off the wedding. You've got to get over it. But now the gloves are off. I don't care if I have to slaughter every last person here. I'll not permit this wedding to take place. Never. Yeah. Uh-huh. Go round. If this woman weds Ortega, then the hero will be born. I could not allow that to happen. If I did all I could. Can what that awful creature said really be true? All that trouble to stop me getting married? Gosh, this is awful. All those poor people really were cursed. I have to use these funnel drops right away. What's that? The monster put a curse on us? That explains why we all suddenly had such strong opinions about Ortega's wedding. Makes sense. I mean, there's no finer man alive than Ortega, and we were all thrilled about the wedding. It can only have been a monstrous curse. Oh, what a relief. I thought everyone hated my boy. Now we can have the wedding of the century.
Thank you so much for what you did. If it wasn't for you, Ortega and I might have been run out of town, or worse. Here's a little something by way of thanks. You know, there's something that monster said which has been really bothering me. He said that if we got married, the hero would be born. Which means the monsters aren't just frightened of my Ortega, but of my any children might have too. If I'm gonna protect my family, I'll need to toughen up.
That's right, strong, mama. Alright, so Chateau Felix. Drop off the ribbon, and I think I might be done. Ah! Not again. Listen, please calm down. There's a good kitty. Oh, there you are again. Did you manage to find something that might calm this fellow down? It's a lovely ribbon, I must say. Well, I'll show it to him and see if it works its magic. What exactly just happened? I can't be sure, but it looked as if that ribbon jogged his memory. You think he might have remembered where his home is? Perhaps that was the reason he was so irritable. He wanted to go home, but he couldn't remember where home was. Well, let's hope that's the end of it. If that saber cat has managed to find its way home, it'll be thanks to you. You've saved my skin, too. Here, this is the least I could do. Oh, and there's one more thing. When it slinked off, it muttered something under its breath. It sounded like some kind of code word. Let me tell it to you before I forget. Ooh, another password. I guess I'm not actually done.
Ba-bum.
Huh. It's even stronger. Nice.
And now we turn right back around. Go back in at night. Oh my gosh. Jessica's actually here. Strange. Apparently Jessica is happy adventuring with her companions when she suddenly started missing her mother so much that she burst into tears. When we heard, her mother and I hurried here to see if she was alright. It's very un-Jessica-like. You are a marvel, Mother. I promise I'll never wander off on any silly old adventures again. I couldn't bear to be away from you for even a second. Dear me, what has gotten into Jessica? She's been a model daughter. Obedient, pleasant, respectful. It's most disconcerting. Jessica, I know, is willful, argumentative, and utterly incapable of doing what she's told. I tried to stop her setting out on her little adventure, but she insisted on avenging her brother's death. And now she's some mild-mannered do-gooder all of a sudden. It's odd in the extreme. In fact, it's downright upsetting. How can I get my daughter back? Wait, I'm reminded of a certain traveling salesman once told me that there were books capable of changing the personality of anyone who read them. I'm sure you visit all sorts of places in your travels. You happen to find a book that might give back the daughter I know? I could reward you handsomely. Would you do that for me? The Goddess Whip. Wonderful! I could tell you weren't the type to abandon others in their hour of need. Well, now, as mentioned, when she's herself, my daughter is energetic, strong-willed, and very active indeed. If you could find a tome that might turn her back into that sort of person, eternally grateful. The salesman I spoke of to mention the kingdom of Aliahan. Perhaps you might look there. So you don't want this guns and buns? Well, in Chateau Felix, to be honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of seeing Jessica in tears. She was bawling like a child, so I let her curl up here and take a little cat nap. Meantime, I sent a message to her mother to come and pick her up. Anyway, for a change of pace, would you like to take a personality test just handed through? And 2 generations here at Chateau Felix. A personality test, huh? Sounds suspicious. Alright, you just received your first pet great saber cat. You think Percy would make a good name? Yes? Ahem. Now for question number 2. A doggery old saber cat comes up to you looking to join your party. Would you let him? Yes. Ahem. It's time for my third and final question. If you were to keep a great saber cat as a pet, you wouldn't be able to relax for a second. You'd always need to stay alert. Would you be happy with that? No, but I'm gonna say yes. And here are the results. You are as mighty and magnificent as a great saber cat. You are kind, strong, and brave. Or at least you will be one day, right? That's what Tess says anyway. Sound much like you. Alright, Aliahan. Is here? No. Yeah, I should just try the guns and buns and see what happens.
Spy an improving looking volume in your hands. Might you have found the book that will give me back the daughter I know and occasionally love? I might have. Wonderful, and what might the title be, pray tell? Goodness me, you expect that a publication entitled Guns and Buns will give me back my daughter? Yeah. Well, I'm really not sure this is the kind of publication I should be exposing my daughter to, but if you think it's a good idea... And how are you feeling, dear? Oh, I'm just fine, Mother. I'm not so sure about you. I mean, what are you wearing? Wouldn't you feel so much more liberated if you shed a few layers? Oh, where'd this handsome young man come from? You're lovely, aren't you? Tell me, if you've had a puff before. Jessica, honestly, this is not how I raised you. This isn't the Jessica I know. Hurry up and find a book that will actually restore her true self, will you? Okay. That was funny. How to get to a liahan. Maybe I can't get to a liahan right now. Nope, this is a dungeon. Right. Still wish I could teleport faster. I just can't go there yet.
Yeah, for now I am done with Tickington. Alright, back to the 3D world. Alright, let's see. I'm getting into that script now that I have a quest to do so. Hello. Hey there, traveller. My name's Little Von Boss. Yeah, I won't believe this, but I only went and left my masterpiece in a monster-infested forest. Song is a piece of my heart, a piece of my soul. It's a message I want to send back to the world. It means everything to me. I'm gonna be so foolish as to leave it behind. Bad news. One thing's for sure, I'm so angry with myself I can't write another note. I get back without looting and I'll fight her, and even on a sword. You, on the other hand, look like you can handle yourself. Let me get my masterpiece back. Super grateful if you could. Always and forever. Okay. Yeah, well, thank you, friend. I shot my masterpiece when I was staying in a little hut to the southwest of the ruins of Dundrasil. Must have left it behind when I headed out. I tried to rewrite it, but I just can't get it right. What was a part of me, man? Since I lost my baby, I haven't been myself. But I believe in you, all of you. I'll wait right here until you come back to me with my opus in tow. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but sure. Coming through. This one. Nope, I guess not. I don't see anything. Might be whatever. Go get this guy's song. me. I'm curious. How strong is this whip? Wait, I didn't actually finish the quest to get the goddess whip, did I? Oh, look. Here it is. Conveniently in a box. Yay, a mini medal. Yippee. Happy days. Didn't know better. So you had something to tell me. Well, did you find it? This is only bettered by a bold reverie. Adria's shining star, guiding light, a luminary. Oh, hero, 1,000 visits from you is never too much. Tell me you'll never stop. That's it, my magnum opus, my masterpiece. I wrote this song to tell the world there's still hope. As long as we believe in the luminary, we can get through this. Well, let me tell you something funny. It was the luminary who brought it back to you. When night falls, you can't see the sun. But you know it's going to rise again. Just like the sun, I know the luminary is going to come back one day and save us from the darkness. You brought me back my masterpiece, and with it, I could bring hope back to Erdria. Got the heart of a hero, friend. Here, this is for you. One more thing. If you ever meet the Luminary on your travels, tell him he's made me a believer. I'll make sure he gets the message, friend. Legal advice. I might do this stuff later. Try and find things. For now, let's have a whale of a good time. Battleground. That sounds safe. It's almost like some kind of giant candlestick. Rolling fog hangs over the entire area. It doesn't seem like a good idea to proceed any further. Don't say. Hi, sis. How you doing? Right, the other flying island that's not clearly Mordegon's hideout. It's going fairly well.
So there really is an island in the sky, just as Father Benedictus said. I wonder if he was right about there being something helpful here too.
I decided to do a bunch of... Okay, camera. I decided to do a bunch of the Tickington quests, since I hadn't been back there in a while. Now that I've done those, time to go back to main story.
Is that a temple of some sort? Well, there must be some reason we were brought here. Shall we go and find out what it is?
Yep, must be some reason we're here. Colorful cocoon. Getting Castle in the Sky vibes from here. Oh, hi.
Talk, is this disturbing my precious few seconds of sleep? Oh, wait a minute, you're the luminary, are you not? I was just taking it up, but spending tons of time searching for a password. Speaking of which, allow me to share the one I found with you.
Hey, Pillar of Pegasus. I need to go there for something else. But that'll be later. Like, maybe even off camera.
We can see you, you know. Come out from behind there. Huh? What is it?
Apparently we found Kami-sama's place.
Ah, it's you! I'm of the Watchers.
The Watchers? And what are they?
Of course. Ground dwellers not know. Not know of us. We watch over Erdrea. Watch for as long as Erdrea exists.
Well, what do you know? And what are you doing skulking behind a pillar, Mr. Watcher?
This is home. Home of all of us. Once were many islands. Many watchers. But attack came. Lord of Shadows. All crashed. Only this island remains. Only me.
Oh,
That's awful.
Morrigan got to you guys too, huh? Sounds like you've been through a lot. Sorry if I was out of line just now. How come you survived anyway? And why did this place get left alone?
Guiding light burns within. Has burned since time began. Was in Temple of Dawn. Here. Was cleaning. Attack came. Was protected by guiding light.
This guiding light of yours sounds pretty special.
Oh, we're here looking for a special something to help us defeat the Lord of Shadows. Do you think the guiding light might be it?
Not know. Is not's weapon. Cannot defeat. Perhaps. Wish to help, but am only child. Know little of world yet.
Guess we'll just have to take a look for ourselves then, huh?
Yes. But what are we going to do about our poor little friend here?
trade him out for, hey Hendrik, you need to stay here and watch the kid.
Not worry. I'm fine. I'm Watcher. Story of Watchers not over. You beat Lord of Shadows. Then World Tree returns. Cycle restored. Life and rebirth. Dead ones get new life. My brothers, my sisters. All begins again. Please, Luminary, succeed.
Wait. You know who he is?
Alright, in we go. Shiny.
Oh, it's beautiful. And so holy. I feel purer just looking at it. Wait, the mark.
Well then.
Whoa! Did all that light just get squished down into that little thing?
We just ate the guiding light.
Oh, look! I sense something very special in them. I know this feeling. Yggdrasil. I think you should take a closer look, don't you? I've a feeling they have something rather important to show us.
Obviously. Oh, look. It's Erdrick, Serenica, and the other two folks.
saw that too, right?
Yes, that man. The mark on his hand. Oh, you don't think...
Aye, I do. And I've a feeling you've the same instinct, laddie, eh? That was Erdwin, the luminary of legend. I never thought I'd see him with my own eyes.
So those were the original heroes? The ones who defeated the Dark One way back when? The more we know about them, the more chance we have of finding out how they beat him, right?
Ah, you're not wrong. Let's see what those other seedlings have to show us, shall we?
Or... nom 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 nom. Galapagos. A hammer of justice.
Did you see the size of that hammer? Was it just me, or did it seem special somehow?
It was no weapon, that much is certain. A forging hammer, if I am not mistaken. But what were they forging?
I wonder... Well, I think we all know where they were at least, don't we?
Let's see if the last seedling makes things any clearer.
Never will make things worse. And we all know it. Okay.
I know that view. I'm sure of it.
So if I understand what we saw correctly, they found some ore and a hammer, then went up a mountain and forged a sword. Wait, of course. The Sword of Light.
Indeed. They would not have gone into battle with the Dark One unarmed.
Yes, that's the power we need. That's how we'll drive the darkness from the world.
But Mordegon took it, right? Unless... Are these visions trying to say we need to...
Sure, let's make another one.
Yeah, that must be it. We need to make our own Sword of Light, just like the old heroes did. All right, we've got ourselves a plan. Not much of a plan, but we'll just have to fill in the gaps as we go. Let's start by paying a visit to the places we saw in those visions. I'm betting we'll find some more clues there.
No idea where the first one was.
Aye. It looked like they found that ore on another one of these floating islands. I reckon we'll need to have a word with our wee pal about that.
And that was Gallopolis in the vision where they had the hammer, right? Maybe the Sultan knows something.
Oh, and I remember now. That mountain. It's the volcano near Hotto, isn't it? How could I forget?
That sounds like we're going on a wee world tour then. Hotto, Gallopolis, and wherever that other island happens to be.
Yep.
It seems we're setting off on another adventure, Veronica. You'll be with us in spirit. I know it.
All right, let's go to work.
Off we go. So, let's chat.
You find, Luminary? Thing you seek?
So you say we saw this and that, and now we need to know about the other flying islands.
All is intriguing.
You know, the other island said that looks like a huge candle, and now we have a big light.
Remember a tale from my grandfather. Guiding light helped ancient heroes. Helped in forging of sword. Sword to beat darkness. You have seen their quest. Floating island. Island of vision. This is called Battleground.
Yep, okay. It is that one.
Battleground? Why would anyone go looking for ore on a battleground?
Mine was there. Mine of great ores. Great powers fought for ores. Great battle occurred. Great losses. Great pain. Victors took all. No ore. No more. Perhaps. Tale of centuries ago. Perhaps tale false. Perhaps all remain. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, it can't hurt to go and have a look now, can it? Come on, you lot.
Oh, it can always hurt.
If you forget purpose, if you need clues, come to me. Tales from Grandfather may help. Good luck!
Hey, that makes zero sense at all. Because they said that you had to revisit places because whatever happened to the world messed up the channels, and you had to forge new ones. What's this thing, though? Just a thing. Just a thing, I guess. Okay. The Gallipolis Railway Station. Doesn't look like it actually connects to Gallipolis at all. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, hello.
wonderful.
Yes, yes, I know. Play the thing, grow the wings. Sometimes the transitions get a little boring when you have to do them so often. Spots don't. Densidium? Oh, not yet. Oh, hello. Balhibs. Look at that. Look at that 8-pack.
Fabulous!
25 points for Giga Smash. 36 points for Giga Cramp. So many points. That's why I said I was going to give up and just go down this way. Still 20 points for this. Oh yeah, all the stuff I want to learn with you is expensive as heck. Why run all the way back? Let me do it right here. I don't know how the heck I'm way over here, but okay. Oh. I was here already. Didn't realize that was where this was. There's there. I don't know why these are called way stations. And there's a locked door down here that I can't open because I still don't have that key. 90 hours into the game, I still don't have that key. Oh my. Ow. I can't hold back against these things. Album of Imperial Attire. Emperor and Empress robes. Sounds delightful. Just Serena's thin enough. And just slip right in there and grab the box for us. Yep. All these are a bunch of places that I couldn't get to otherwise. So it's silly, why? Yeah, I suppose it's nice to have them called out on the map so I don't have to search diligently, but why? Hello. Interesting. Bum, bum. Ugh. Locked doors are gonna be the bane of me. I swear. Aren't they cute?
Not at all.
Weird to see Serena casting that
Fabulous,
magic,
darling.
though. Old Nuglet. They're dancing, they're dancing. Okay, that's not what I expected.
Fabulous!
15 skill points earned. I guess you are earning for 2. Bunnies. I believe this is the last one. And then it's another lockbox. Of course it is. Hello. Armful.
Excellent.
I'll go ahead and just take his head off, why don't ya? I think this is the way the enemies appear here, by just popping up out of the ground. It's just a little bit creepy. A meteor ring. Nice. It's so pretty, too. You've got stuff that actually does damage again. Or at least you should. Let's find out. Oh, where are you going, hand? Okay, yes, you do. Excuse me? We called for backup. No, it's not going to be another hand. It's going to be A huge statue.
So the rumors were true. Erdwin's lantern descends towards Gallopolis.
Yeah, what now? Oh, I guess we've got 3 days, huh?
And they say it began when Yggdrasil fell and darkness covered the land. But why? What is happening to our world?
Erdwin's lantern, eh?
The Tockle's just walking by and no one seems to be noticing.
Back in Dundrasil, we had a legend that after Erdwin defeated the Dark One, he ascended to the skies as a star, so he could watch over Erdrea for all eternity.
I'm concerned about this.
That was one of Eleanor's favourite stories. And I always thought it was just that, a story.
I don't like the look of this Tockle.
But now I'm not so sure. I mean, if the Lord of Shadow's rise caused Erdwin's lantern to descend... Are you even listening, laddie? Oh, charming. Well, I can share my musings with you again if you'd like.
No.
Heard everything you needed to hear, did you? All right, then. Well, I suppose this is no time to be standing around pontificating. The lantern's on course to crash straight into this fair kingdom. We'd best go and see what the Sultan thinks of all this, eh?
Yeah. The only thing it's missing is a big ol' happy face. By the sands, I cannot believe that people still visit us here. I hope you do not think that these city walls will keep you safe. I advise you leave Gallopolis immediately. Have you not seen the giant star that descends toward us? Once it strikes, this place will be no more. Truly, we are doomed. Doomed, I say. I simply do not understand what is going on. First Yggdrasil falls, and the world becomes infested with monsters, and this enormous star descends toward us. Not too much for me. Gives me no desire to do anything. I'll remain here and await my fate. Look, I know the feeling, but get up. Alright, this is where I'm gonna save and cut it. Because I figure this next part is gonna take a while and I'm not up for that.